Another day, another possible disaster on the horizon for Kettlewick. Today has seen an update pushed out for the first 4 region packs: France, Germany, UK and Japan. Which is good news for everyone apart from the non-rent paying citizens of Kettlewick. In part, the changelog reads, fixed multiple assets across multiple zones from charging 0 rent. Citizens living in these buildings will now have to pay rent like everyone else. What a disaster for our non-rent paying residents. Well, if you enjoy our British build, a thumbs up on the video would be greatly appreciated, plus leave an emoji in the comments that reminds you of the rent that now has to be paid. And then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into Kettlewick. So here we are in good old rainy Kettlewick, looking over the old Penguin Industrial Park. And yeah, how are the changes going to affect our citizens? There's a couple of things I want to just take a look at. First of all, in our info views, and then we can have a look once we've updated the assets. And I've got a quick way you can do that as well. We'll come back to that in a moment. So this is the population we've got on the minute. We are actually having, I'm just going to pause, already a drop in the population. So I think things are already being affected. So I had about 22,000. Some people are leaving. Yeah, moving in 4,436 a month, moving away 2,200. So that is probably going to change as time goes on. Our happiness factor as well. Let me just move that a bit. There we go. So high taxes they've complained about for a while because we're at 13%. For residential, but we're outweighing that with all the entertainment and the wealth. The wealth is going to change. Those that are paying rent, yeah, they're not going to have so much wealth. And we can see that if we look in, the next one here, household wealth. So if we zoom out, every single household that is residential is all super wealthy. Even down here in Cupton Bluff, most of these are super wealthy. And that is probably down to the fact that they are paying no rent, which will be interesting to see. Also, company profitability can change as well. So the update says that commercial companies renting mixed housing now correctly pay rent and have the correct number of employees. Be interesting to see how this changes after we update all the assets. Now, you've got a couple of ways you can do this. You can go through and you can literally delete assets and replace them, and that will update the logic, the technological AI stuff that's working behind the scenes, the code. That's the phrase I'm looking for. You can just run the game, and as buildings naturally upgrade to different levels, I mean, most of these are level 5, so these wouldn't ever change, but ones that were lower levels, as they change, they will get the new code that will work through the system. Or you can use a mod, which is what we're going to do to replace all of these, and we're going to rip off the band-aid and do it in one go. So let's have a look at what that mod is. So this is the asset update mod by TDW. Thank you very much for releasing this to the public. You can get it from PDX Mods. I will link below, and if we go into our options, we can see it's there, and you can pick from any of the asset packs. Only the 4 are updated at the moment that we mentioned earlier, but the others will be updated in due course. We're going to pick the UK pack. I haven't done this yet. I don't know what it's going to do, but we're going to click that button and it updates all placed assets from the selected pack. I'm assuming it's going to run through and take a bit of time, so I'm going to click that. Has it seriously done it that quick? I'm going to click it again. I think it's done it. Okay, well, let's come out and go back into our city and unpause. Oh, now it's doing it. I think it might have just worked through it and done it. And I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. Let's randomly... So these are still showing as level 5. So that's good. It hasn't drastically changed them all to level 1 or something like that. Let's pick some of these. Yeah, still got level 5s. So I'm assuming that's done. Happiness seems to be going up. Still a little complaint on the high taxes and still a lot of people leaving now that things have been balanced out. And I am wondering whether some of that is going to come down to employment. 15.9% employment. So we might need more jobs. Commercial. Oh, look, a lot of rise in the residential need. Oh, but looking at the household wealth, you can see instead of this being totally bright green everywhere, the household wealth overall is dropping. So I feel like this is going to be another balance. Pretty much a lot of these were low anyway, I think. This is going to be a balance thing. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm sure all of that was bright green earlier. Still a nice place to live down here in Cupton Bluff. Wow. Okay. I think I might just sort of let this one run for a bit. Average profitability was 90 and 69%. Yeah, it's all dropping. Let me run this for a little bit and we'll see how it's going to level out. And then we're going to get onto today's big project, which wasn't just updating all the assets. It was putting in the biggest transit hub that we've ever seen. If you remember in the last episode, we were working on all these outside road connections because there's so many coming in. And we put in our bypass, which has been working really, really well. We've got the bypass. Here we go. Goes up here. Goes around the corner, comes through the back here, joins up to this ring road, to this road here. So they don't have to go through the main part of the town. They can go around the outside. We also updated the road going through this area here. Can't remember, Celebration Gardens, which then heads on out into the country on a 60-mile-an-hour country road. I called it a highway or a motorway quite often in the last video, just because that's the sort of road it is. But in the UK, we'll have these 60-mile-an-hour country roads, and apparently in Australia as well, a lot of you have said, that will then hit a little village. It will drop down to 30 or 40 mile an hour, then back to 60 at the other side. So that connects this motorway, whatever, going through here. And overall, our traffic has improved a lot, which is good. Apart from accidents are still happening here and blocking it all up. You're sorted out. Excellent. You're happy. Very good. Yep, I think they're all driving away and sorting themselves out. Oh, dear. Oh, it's just got worse. People are coming down, causing more crashes. Please don't do that. Turn around and leave. Anyway, so with all those outside connections, we need to encourage people to come in a different way rather than driving being the only way. And we are going to do a Mahusif bus, maybe train hub that's going to have buses that go out to every single one of the 20 external towns and cities around Kettlewick and bring people in by train as well. So we've got to find a spot to put this. I'm not entirely sure where would be a good spot. People are moving in, and that was also an autosave. Let's have a quick sip of tea. Yep, they're coming in, they're moving in. We're still making money, which is good. Anyway, so I'm going to pick a spot and I'll be back with you in a moment. So just taking a bird's eye view of what's going on here. So we do have our little train station here, which is bringing people in and out on these lovely red trains, which I really, really like. And we've got all this land behind here, which I think we could just utilize a little bit of this and put in a nice bus hub. And that would be great because we've got this part of the bypass that goes up here and joins up to our industry and then heads out into the country and all the other towns that are in that direction, which is good. If we come back to over here, it's also very easy to get down here onto this part of the bypass, which then heads out in all sorts of different directions to the other towns and cities that way. So I think, oh, the rain's stopping starting. There we go. I think that is what we're going to do. And don't worry about all the traffic you might see in the background in various points. That was all those citizens that left before. It will take them a while to actually drive out of the city. Some of them are using the trains, which is good. Some of them are using our nice walkways over the top of the road. Excellent. So yeah, let's have a look. I am thinking of putting in here, this one here, the local bus station, which I think looks really cool. And we can add a load of stops out the back, and then we can always expand it with the small bus station. I'm pretty sure it's got some upgrades as well, but we'll see when we get there. We could utilize this roundabout here and have a road running along the back. It's going to mean sort of getting rid of this little surface work that we've done. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Let's get rid of that surface there. Is there another surface? This is like a huge surface under here. So yeah, we'll leave that for now. And then if we need to get rid of it, we will do so afterwards. Let's get rid of some of the trees. I'll make that 100%, and then turn off snapping here, those that didn't know, and that will just get rid of all the trees that are here. Also any that you've manually placed as well, so you'd have to be careful of that. And then we might use this bus road, which I think I put together with Road Builder. Are there any slightly larger ones? No, that'll be okay. It's just bus only in both direction. And we're going to snap it to the back of here. Yeah, that'll be good. Gives us Fawn Street. And then let's have a look at this building. The local... Oh, there's no zoning on there, is there? We should be able to add zoning back again with... Do we not have the zoning thing? We have the tool built in down here, don't we, where we can add zoning. So it says zoning on both sides, but because this is a road builder road with no zoning on, it's not letting us. Okay, well, we can change that. So we go into here, click on road builder. Or click on road. I thought something was going to happen there. I'm going to use it as a template. And we are going to add support zoning. There we go. Excellent. This is bus only, median, 2-lane. And then I'm going to put 2-lane zone. Yep, there we go. Excellent. So now that should be upgraded. And if we pop out of here. Nope, still hasn't put zoning on. Oh, hang on. Let me just sort this out. Oh, there we go. Just had to place it again. That's fine. So let us grab this. It's going to just overlap a little bit at the back, but that's okay. I want to sort of centralize that if we can. Let's just have a look at that. That is a pretty fine looking asset. I like that with the trees. We've got this out the back here. Let me just sort out this area. Yeah, I don't want to delete the whole thing. Get the right one. We can just sort of move this back a bit. There we go. Excellent. Let's see what upgrades this has got on here. Extra platforms. So that's another 5. And also a bus service station, which will be good because any vehicles like buses, trains or whatever have to go back to a maintenance depot. So if that's something we can add on here. Is that actually doing what I think it is? Office builders provide support services to your bus network. Maybe it does that. I don't know. We'll have a look. But the extra platforms, we're definitely going to add those. We're going to need them. So how many stops is that going to give us now? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to give us 10. So each of these are going to have 2 buses coming in and out. Okay, fine. Well, let's pick this road here. And I want to see if we can just connect this up in here. So it looks okay. Going to be a sharp turn, isn't it? But I don't think that is going to be a big problem. There we go. I don't know why you're coming up there. You're going to do a little U-turn and leave again. Thank you. Yeah, I think that'll be okay with the buses going up and out of there. And I don't think I want to connect it over here. It's just going to be for buses only. And then what we might just do, I pick of that, is we're going to bring it out a little bit further. Oh, I've got the funny mode on. Let's go back to straight mode. And I'm going to just pop a little roundabout on the end here. Let's go for one of those. Yep, there we go. Excellent. So we can afford to add this office. So we'll just have a look up here. So so far it's costing us 83,700 a month. Let's add that here as an office building. 94,500 a month. Wowzers. That is a lot, but I do like the look of this building as you're coming down here. And we'll do a bit of decoration and detailing around this in a bit. Let's set up our bus routes to all the various places that you could visit if you ever wanted to leave Kettlewick. I don't know why you would, but just in case you did. Actually, just before we connect all of these up, I'm just wondering whether we could just use this transport lane, which you can draw in as a road with a bit of anarchy, like over the top of here. Like that. Let's just see with the move it mod if we can sort of move that to within these lines like so. Oh, too far. Like that. Yeah, because then what we could do, we could put this off the side. Oh, it's done that with no zoning as well. Okay, hang on. Let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, so using the road builder mod just on this one, I've made a custom one. It says zoned at the end of that. We've added zoning. I've added all the pipes, the electricity. I want to add in here a sidewalk as well for people walking backwards and forwards. There we go, on both sides. Yeah, and let's just make that a little bit thinner if we can. Not quite sure what we can go down to without causing any problems. Let's try 3.25 on both sides. No parking, that's good. Yeah, and we'll leave it like that and see how that does. Let's just, yeah, we'll come out of there. Excellent. So I'm hoping now if we redraw that, we'll get some zoning. Yeah, there we go. It's in. We've got some zoning. So I'm going to place this along here in case we just need any more. I think that can be upgraded. What can we get? Extra platforms, taxi stop. Yeah, we're going to add that in. And oh no, we're not doing taxi. We haven't got a taxi depot. Station services to add to the convenience. I'm going to pop that there. Excellent. And then at the top, what I really wanted to do is add a tiny roundabout for turning round. I'm going to do that, but we're just going to use the Move It mod. Hold Alt, and then that will keep that straight. No, let's try that again. There we go. Hold Alt. It's not letting me do it. Okay, I'll just do it by eye, like that. And I think that'll be okay. We'll sort out the surfaces and everything, but yeah, that should be good. Actually, that's 13 places for stops. I know we could add more in one place, but I'm going to add an extra platform on at the back here. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, do I want to add another one and to make it the full 20? So every single one has got their own. I think I'm going to do that, you know. Let's just use the Move It mod, get this lined up. And get that overlapped like so. That looks good to me. Yeah, very good. And then we'll do the same here. We'll add in the station services on the side, and then we'll upgrade with extra platforms at the back. Fantastic. That's good. I'm just wondering whether we could connect that up with something. We'll have a look when we do the detailing. But now that will give us overall 5, 10, 15, 20, which is exactly what we need. So that is our bus station. We've got enough stops in there. That needs a little bit of detailing. We'll get to that. We then need to check out our, let's go over here. Here we go. This is the one, our bus depot. How are we doing for buses? So 28 out of 35. So we've got 7 free. We need 20 at least. So what can we do to upgrade this? We can add another 10. So that will give us 17. Let's add that. We could add it here, but we need to add another little road. Let's add it there. That will give us 17. And then another one will give us 27. And you can see all the buses hanging around. There's the wall. Yep, it's built a nice little wall there. That's good. Hopefully the cost isn't becoming so expensive. And then we just might need to make sure that some of these aren't being added to lines that were short some buses. We'll make sure we've got 20 anyway. We've got the capacity. Excellent. So now I'm going to do one, and then I'm going to do the rest in a little time lapse, I think. We need to add in all of our bus lines. I'm going to start down here, bottom left. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to start... Let's start up here. So actually, do I even need to... Oh, look, I can just do it from here. It shows it. Oh, this is going to be so much easier than I thought. I can literally... Oh, I've lost the bus thing. Where is it? Here we go. Down here. So I've clicked on there. I can click on here. And that's log at. What a great name. Click on there and that'll complete it. And then I can literally go around in order and set them all up and hopefully not mess up the names. I'm just thinking whether after doing one, I need to then go into here and change the name, because otherwise, yeah, I'm going to get this all mixed up, aren't I? Especially with these other ones here. So I'm assuming that's this one. Let's just do this first one. And then, like I said, I'll do the rest. Yeah, that's this one here. So we're going to start with that as a red one. Is that this one here? Bus line 8. Yep, thank you very much. That was Rogat to Kettlewick. We'll do that as the naming convention, which is good. And then, oh, the lowest we can go is 6. No! I need the mod that allows me to have less than the distance-based amount. I just want 1. No! No. Right, back in a sec. There we go. Quick mod install and game restart. We've got the transport policy adjuster by the Sony X, which is great. So if we jump into our bus lines, I've renamed it the other way around, KW to Rogat, because then they'll all be linked together with KW at the beginning. And we can now drop this down to 1. Excellent. And in the mod settings, you can change the amount of maximum buses higher as well, but we're not really going to be using that. It's just going to be the lower version. Brilliant. So let me get all of these set up and we'll be good to go. Right, that is the first 10 in, which taken us from the top left all the way down to over there. We've got a few more to go. The buses are going to be super busy at the moment coming in, and I bet there's a lot coming down here with traffic. They will unbunch after a while. So which way are they coming? They're probably coming through here and then up down here, aren't they? Yeah, there we go. Some orange buses. All different sorts of colours, which is good. Excellent. Let's continue. I've lost where I am. Here we are, over here. And the last one in this bus section, Kettlewick to Sugarland Run. I'm wondering whether we should change the names of the outside towns and cities to be something a bit more UK relevant. Maybe that's something we'll do. There we go. I'm going for sort of more of a pastel version of all the colours now. But there we go. That is the next 5 in here. Then we've got 5 left to do here. So that's taken us from the beginning there all the way around, all of those. And now I think we've just done that one. Oh, we've got another one called Theodore. Prospect Park, North Bay. Am I getting a bit lost here? Hang on. Pike to, no, we're all the way around here. Holloway, yeah, we've done that one. Sugarland Run. Oh, is that it? What's that one there? Oh, there's one at the top through the mountains. What's that one? That is the last one, I think. Come on. Come on. Give me the name. You can do it. I can it's like a really tiny thing I can't hover over. It's not letting me. Come here. So we've got Bodmin. Oh, and then we've got these couple along here. Okay, let me just get those ones sorted out. There we go. They are all in, which is fantastic. So let's just have a look at what we've got. We have got KW, Kettlewick to Bodmin, Bowley, Cedarburg, Demois, Dorking, Gilbert, Headingham, Holloway, Horsham, Lake Arbour, Merrimack, North Bay, Oxted, Payne Gap, Piketon, Pillow. Shout out to all the people that live in Pillow. I saw all your comments in the last video. Prospect Park, Rojat, Sugarland Run, and Theodore, which is fantastic. And I've set all of those to one bus, although Pillow seems to have 2. No, okay, it's just being slightly adjusted. All of those should be set to one bus. Yeah, they've all got 2 stops. Hedingham still has 3. No, okay, that's being adjusted. So I think we're all okay. I've left them all at the set price that they were, which is £8, we're going to say, and they should all be buses as well. Obviously, some of the ones I've accidentally left as the CO bus, I can change those. So that is going to bring people in from all of these places all the way around Kettlewick into here. Then what are they going to do? Well, there are buses here that will take them in and out. So if we hover over this one, we've got this bus. If we hover there, it will tell us bus line 6. And this other one, oh, the KW to Oxted bus. Oh no, that's the one that we're doing here. Yeah, that's fine. So bus line 6, and bus line 6 will bring you over to this bus hub here, I believe. Celebration shuttle, industry shuttle, clockwise, counterclockwise, bus line 6. There we go. That brings you into here. Ideally, I'd like to make it a lot easier, and we can do that because we have down here a train line, which also comes in from the outside. So I'd like to somehow get that to run into here somewhere, because we've got a lot of people that live in all these different places. And even though it's only going to be a short run, I definitely think that's going to help, yeah, get people around our city. Oh, another autosave. Fantastic. And as well as that, I'd like to take this train line, if we follow it down here, and add another stop on. So we've obviously got the stop that's all the way down here in Cupton Bluff. But we've got this area here, which I don't think we've named yet, have we? No, we haven't. Still got a question mark over our out-of-town area that's got in here the Apex Climbing, Nitro Kingdom, Cinema Vista, Pinfall Palace, all of these. I'd like a stop out here somewhere, which we'll work on. And then, of course, we've got the one in Cupton Bluff as well. And then that just goes outside the whole area of Kettlewick, bringing people in. If you've got an idea for this retail park, drop it in the comments below. Let's do this stop up here first. And I'm just thinking, I mean, we've got a lot of people that live Jaffa Cake Crest, 6,500 residents. Bourneville will be a lot less, 2,000. There's a lot in Hobnob Heights, 3,000. I think somewhere here would be good. And I'm wondering if we could, what's Penguin Park Estates got? 4.5. So yeah, so somewhere here might be helpful. And then we'll have a bus going up to our industrial estate as well, because we're not doing cargo via the trains. But maybe we could make use of where this bus depot is and pop a station in here next to the fire station as well. So I'm looking at this Eastern European train station. I think it will look very well. We could sort of put that on this little peninsula area here. I think that would look nice. I'm just thinking about changing the road layout here. Although, if we pick this road... Oh man, let's put anarchy on so we don't destroy everything. Can I just draw that out without it being a problem? Sort of doesn't really look like it, does it? Okay, let's pause a minute. Let's take that out from there. Let's pick that again. Excellent. And I'm going to bring that straight out like so. We're going to go up and over the top as a bridge. Excellent. And then this can curve back round again, hopefully. That did not curve back round again. Let's try that again. Picker, got the road. Thank you kindly. Nope. Try again. There we go. Excellent. We'll curve that there around here. I think that looks okay. We can line that stuff up again. That's fine. And then I really want to bring it in as close to here as possible. I mean, if I literally just drew that straight like that, I think that'll be fine. It's a tight turn, but I think we could deal with it. And then that could almost go on there. We're going to have to carry the road a little bit further, aren't we? Let's do that. Then we'll grab this. Is that the one? Yeah. Just continue that out to here. There we go. Excellent. And then we can do a little bit of work on here. Let's first of all move it mod control H that up a bit. Oh, I see. It has actually blocked the river. Well, fine. So we'll pop in an elevated section, upgrade that. Keep the river going. Everybody happy? Yeah, very good. And then, oh, we've created a pond. Lovely. Maybe let's just draw that in again. There we go. Fantastic. Everybody's happy with that. So now we've basically got to get this train line down to here. So I'm just wondering, we might just swing that across there and then swing that across there. So we're going to need some sort of work over here. Just thinking what we can do. I mean, I really want to add a crossing like this because I love it when you have crossings and just stuff interacting with each other. But I don't think that is going to be a good idea here. But if this is going to go underground, this is going to be really difficult. So what I'm thinking of doing is dropping this down a little bit. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's get that a bit smaller. If I can drop that down like that, and then we can level that out underneath. Like so. I don't know whether this is going to work or not. Train. Yep. What am I looking for? This. Double rail track. If we can sort of line that up in here. So it does dip down and then it can come up the other side. Yeah, maybe. And then this over the top. So if we grab that and make that an elevated piece, I might just make this a bit more like this. Bit more wiggly, but I think that fits in a bit better with what's going on. That is nowhere near high enough. Please don't electrocute yourself on all the electric wires. That's not good. Let me just work on this for a minute. Okay, I think we've got it. That's not too much of a stretch for a bus to get up there. I've dropped this down so the cables are very much under the bridge. And I know that looks like it's a little bit steep going up there, but I think if a train put itself in first gear and really tried, it could do it. So we're going to go with that. That's fine. And then we need to just follow this line along here and see how we can connect this to the other station. There we go. I think that works okay. Not too steep getting underneath. The rail line is nice and flat, which is good. Pretty close to the river, but the river height, but we've got nothing coming in and out of there, so I'm not overly concerned I don't think we've got any sort of other bridges that we would use for that. So yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So what area is this going to be in? Let's just look at our zones, our districts that we've got around here. So Jaffa Cake Crest, I think this one, see, this has become part of Bourneville. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is move that one back a little bit. There we go, to there. And we're going to start a new one that's going to take in this. So it's got both. There we go. That'll go to there. That'll go to there. That'll go to there. So we've got Palmer Way. So if you can give me a name for this area, which is our train station and our bus depot. But for now, we're going to count that as Palmer Way. I'm just thinking, do we even need to add another train? I'm going to use this train that's already here. Passenger railway line tool. There we go. So that comes into there. So I'm going to drag that one out to all the way over here. There we go. Excellent. And then down here we'll make sure, and that stops there on the way through and on the way back. Excellent. So that train from the outside will now help to bring people from our new super duper mega bus station through here to this new area as well. I've lost it. There it is. I need more tea. Okay, and we're definitely going to do a bit of decorating and pedestrianising and stuff like that over here. Parking will be a good one. We've got a little bit of parking. Maybe we could help out with the parking over here as well. I feel like we need to level this out a little bit. So I'm going to go into manipulation mode, grab those, Control H to that height. Have all the trees on the road. They'll disappear at some point, I'm sure. We can add some parking in here. I'm thinking I might change this to a parking road. Oh, bridges. No. Okay. Parking road. Don't want one way. Angled parking. Let's just see whether we could fit this in. Maybe just a little bit like that. Could be okay. We obviously need to move this around. Well, that's fine. We can move these now, can't we? So that's good. Scroll, scroll, scroll. So many buses. Extra garage. I'm assuming that's going to be the last one that we placed. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to plot that there for now, and everyone's going to complain. All right, I'll sort that out in a second. Actually, there we go. That's better. I didn't realize you can individually click on these and just relocate from there, so that's good. This here, it's not quite lining up right, and I want to get rid of the park. Oh, here we go. The first train's coming in. Let's get rid of the parking that's there, which is good. And then I might just leave that, actually. It's an interesting sort of wiggle to the road, so why not? And then, of course, we could add some trees, so there's no parking. Some grass, I mean, so they're going to park over there. And no parking down there. You've got to pay for your parking if you're going to come and use this station. Excellent. I'm liking that so far. Good, good, good. So that train, hopefully, I mean, that train is running the length and breadth of Kettlewick at the moment. So if it's not quick enough for the amount of people that are waiting, we can adjust that later. But for now, we will let that one go. Kettlewick to Cupton. Oh, so now we've got more trains than I thought. Let's go into, no, bus line train. Oh, that is the one. Kettlewick to Cupton. Yep, there we go. So 11% usage, 2 trains, 188. We'll see what happens over time. Oh, this is why I didn't recognise it, because we get the proper one that I coloured. There we go. I need to grab the other one that isn't the same colour. And we could do that. So that's got 147 people on it. It was bringing in 150. Interesting to see whether they are going to continue on the train. It looks like they are. Over to our new station. There we go. Excellent. So people are already using this. Look at that. That is brilliant. Any upgrades we could add onto here? No. That's fine. That's no problem. And then they're basically going to be walking into there. They can easily walk over the bridge, get into this area. What I do now want is a bus from here over to here, which... Have we upgraded this with extra? Got 2 station services. No. Let's add a little shuttle bus. We're a little bit cramped for space, but I can reuse another one. So if I go for, say, the one at the back, and we'll call that the Jaffa Cake to Palmer shuttle. It's only over here. Only needs 1 bus. So if we go round, in and back. Yep, that'll be good. Excellent. I've got the X key tied to this. That's 28. Yeah, there we go. So this was Jaffa Station. We'll put to Palmer shuttle. There we go. And we'll change that. That's only going to be 1 vehicle. We'll leave that as green. It's going to be free. We'll want to get people in there using the buses. That's good. And we'll go for a bus. Excellent. So that will hopefully help people get in and out of there. Very good, very good. Oh, I feel like we need to add a little turnaround at the end here. I was just wondering how that was going to work. Let's add a little alley to the back of that. Oh, one straight. Thank you kindly. Very good. And we can add, let's add a large one with a tree. There we go. Excellent. They should be able to, yeah, we're not going to have that one. Let's have this one. No, let's have that one. Yeah, there we go. Very good. And then when they come up, any second now, well, the cars are going to use it anyway. Yeah, so it works. Excellent. And we can see there's lots of people walking over here. Oh man, there's lots of people walking over here. Wow. Let's just make sure that the infrastructure for them walking over here is okay. Yeah, we've got 47 million crosses because we don't have proper British roads yet. They're all walking from down here. They're crossing over, that's fine. So what this is doing... Oh, yeah, oh, there we go. Yeah, people are walking from the highly populated areas and probably from the bus stations as well. Look at that, it is super busy. Wow. I am going to have to go through and look at all the bus lanes, all the bus lines, I should say, and make sure that we've got them all taken care of because there's a lot. How's the other one doing? Let's go over here and take a quick gander. Many people under here. Many people under here. Waiting. Not too many, which is good. The other side, quite a few. So what I'm thinking is all these people... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Flipping heck. What I'm thinking... Oh, they're queuing in the road. Please don't do that. So what I'm thinking then is all of these people should be ones that are wanting to go to the outside areas of the city. Oh, it's just getting super busy. I'm loving this. I am loving this. So what we should be able to do, let's just pick some of these people, see where they're going. Hello. So where are you going? You are going to destination, UK Urban Primary School. So why are you taking one of these buses then? So that is here, and you're up there. And now I would have lost you now anyway. Darn it, I should have followed you on the follow the Sims thing. Was it you? No. Destination Centre Hill. UK Urban Primary School. Angela Higgins. So why are you taking this bus here? Which is, I'm assuming you're queuing for this one at the end here, which is KW to Bodmin, which basically is going like out down here and out to Bodmin. That is a little bit odd. I'm not quite sure that's entirely accurate. Oh, we've got some power cables under there not connected. Has everybody got power? Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Maybe that information isn't 100% accurate, but we can definitely say, without a doubt, that this is being used, and we might need to increase the amount of buses that we've got around here. Wow. Just having a look at our KW bus lines. 109%. 59%, 50, 70, 88%, 89, 91%, oh, 101%, wow. So I would definitely say anything that's over 50%, I am going to add a second bus. Let me do that. There we go. That's demolished. I think that is the last one. I'm assuming there's some sort of random... Oh, Cedarburg. Will that be the last one after that? Yeah, I'm assuming there's some sort of random assignment of how many people come in and out of these areas. I'll need buses to come in and out. So that's interesting because in my mind, all of these people would have been driving in. So how has that affected the traffic? Let's just go to this edge of the city up here. And I mean, visibly, you would assume there's less cars coming through from different parts of the city. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. It's busy, but it's okay. If we head down here, so our inner sort of ring road, I mean, this is always going to be busy people coming in and out of the station. Oh, we didn't put another stop in here. We'll do that in a second. Oh, autosave. Oh, there we go. Thank you. This isn't too bad. Still a few cars. Don't forget, some of these cars are going to be just coming from one side of an external town or city to the other side. So nothing to do with Kettlewick at all, really. Just through traffic. But overall, all of these little junctions here are looking okay. Nice. Okay, well, let's pop in the station over here by our unnamed as yet retail park. I'm just sort of thinking, I mean, this bit here is a bit too far away, isn't it? Isn't used by the farm. but it is going to have to be this side of the road. I'll tell you what we're going to do is Kettlewick Council is just going to grab a piece of this land here like this. There we go. Excellent. And we've just put the power cable underground here as well, which is good. What other train station? Oh, I'm just thinking now, how the heck are we going to get a road up and over here? I've got to worry about that afterwards. Let's let's see what we can do. I want to use this one again. We're going to pop in like a little parking road here. I'm thinking we're going to go up and over the top and connect to there. It's going to be an expensive upgrade, but Kettlewick is happy to pay it. So though our money is going down. So we've got to be careful. Not bus station, train station. Which one shall we go for this time? I think we're going to go for the simple medium train station. So we'll add that in there. Excellent. We'll try and make that a bit easier for people to walk over here as well. And then I am thinking we're just going to pop a little bridge over here. Nothing too complicated. I don't even think we're going to make it this sort of fancy bridge. It's literally going to be this 2-lane road up and over the top. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then we've obviously got to get down to here. Let's see how we can work that one out. I mean, maybe something like that. It doesn't need to be this high either. We get a truck underneath there. We can lower that way down. There we go. Adds a little bit of something onto the side. Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, there's probably 20 different ways you could do that, but it's it's a sandbox game. Do what you like. Do what makes it fun for you. So we're going to get that, and we're going to get that into there, hopefully, without it causing any issues. There we go. So that can come off that way. This one needs to be a little bit sharper. And we'll get that one into there. There we go. So that can come on and off as it sees fit. And then, of course, the passenger rail tool. Yeah, there it is. I thought there's nothing there. What's going on? So I'm going to actually make this stop both sides as it's coming back and going. So any other trains that are just going through from one side to the other, which I don't think they can actually. So, yeah, it's only our train. And then when they want to walk up and over the top, they can do. I am wondering whether just to push this back a bit and line it all up. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. One sec. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Just looks a bit more pleasing to the eye. And this is high enough now that the trains can go underneath as well. So that should start dropping people off already. There we go. That want to head out. Let's see which way they're going to go. Because they're on this side. Do they need some way? Well, they can get over the top here, can't they? Yeah. I don't know why they've got out there then. Are they just going to stand there? I guess we'll see once the train comes back the other way. But anyway, that's good. So they can walk over the top. They can get over there. Brilliant. So I feel like we need a little bit of a detailing time lapse for all these new things that we've put in place. So let's do that. I'm so pleased the way this has all turned out. Why don't we just take a look at some facts and figures and just see how well used all of these are. And also this needs to be in a district. Let's just bring that up to there, and up to there. Probably the car park as well. There we go. Excellent. So jumping into our public transportation, looking at all the KW lines, they are doing really, really well. We've added 2 buses to all the ones that were over 50% a while back, which I think was around rush hour sort of time. So some of those are going to be a lot lower now. But yeah, they're really getting used well, which is great. 102 on there, which that's got 4. Oh, it's a school bus. Totally different line altogether. Don't care about the school bus. That is absolutely brilliant. It is shooting up. Let's look at our train lines as well. That one train line, not the most use ever, I'll be honest with you. We've got 2 trains on there. The cost is £2. Had a bit of sun on the screen, couldn't see that. So, but I mean, overall, things are working really, really well in the city. And I just love the fact that we see all these people walking around. They can get in the back up these steps here, I believe. Yep, there we go. Excellent, which is just what you want to see. And down by the training estate, yep, we've got a lot of people using this one as well. They're quite happy to walk up and over the bridge. Oh, there's some more people being picked up and dropped off. Excellent. And I've used one of the new leisure venues buildings in here, which I just think fits perfectly in this little spot here. This is Gusto Gelato, it's called. Yeah, there we go. Got some bonuses there. I just think that was a perfect little building to fit into that spot. Love it. And over here at the Palmer Way bus station and train station as well. Lots and lots of people coming in here. I feel like we need some more parking in here, but many people are very happy to walk again over the bridges to get in and out of this main area. Oh, so much foot traffic. Look at that. Hopefully it's not blocking up the traffic. We've got a lot of crossings here, which I think we need to... I remove these, they seem to come back, and I don't know why. I'm going to remove that one. That's okay there. We don't need the double. I'm going to move that one at the end because we've got this one here. And hopefully that will just keep people moving nice and easily, coming all in and out of the retirement area that we set up and into the rest of the city. Oh, loads queuing up for the buses there. Oh, absolutely brilliant. I'm loving this build. So we've thrown open our arms and welcomed one and all from the 20 surrounding cities and towns. The new major bus and train hub is certainly being used well, and they will only help as we grow and expand even more. Be sure to subscribe before you go, then check out the video on screen that I'm sure you're going to love, and I'll see you back here soon for a traffic fix and then also the next instalment in Kettlewick.